What? I know. There's nobody here yet. No, I know. It sucks. They're missing you talk. Yeah, they're missing you talk. Aren't they? I know. It's okay. I'm sure people will show up soon. We'll just wait, right? Yeah, because I want to give them an update on you. Yeah. They deserve an update on you because they've been thinking about you a lot. Hello, everybody. How's it going? Oh, shut your mouth. You're not even upset. You act like you're upset, but you're not. And I know you're not. So, guys, I just wanted to give you guys an update on Dot. That's why I'm holding her, and she's complaining. You are so rude, young lady. My goodness. You never hiss at me. What's going on? You need to be quiet. So, I figured I'd give you guys an update on Dot. So, as some of you are aware, she had a heart murmur caught by the doctor a while back. And so we did go through the echocardiogram, and Dot is a healthy kitty. I am proud to announce that she is totally fine. She has no problems. She has a good heart, and she's going to be able to go under anesthesia to get her teeth cleaned and everything. And she's a happy, happy kitty. Happy kitty. Other than she doesn't want me to hold her right now. So she's good and everything. I didn't modify the description before I started, but I will be putting links down there in the description if you're interested in donating to help me pay for the bill. I don't usually ask for money, but I really don't have a choice because the bill was like $500. So, but she's my baby. It went on my credit card, and I'm going to be putting all donations towards my credit card at the beginning of November, so I can have like the, minimum payment made for November. But yeah, so she's fine. Her teeth are getting better too. They gave her a shot because her teeth were infected, and so now all we have left to do is pull the other bad tooth and then clean her teeth, and she'll be good to go. But yeah, she's being a butt right now, and I'm not really sure why. She's rubbing against my thing. Phew. Yeah, and don't like feel pressured that like I'm like I hate e-begging for money. I really do. But it's helped me before pay for bills, and right now I'm not in a position to like the $500 that it cost me to get Dot this echocardiogram is literally a paycheck and a half. And I only get paid 4 times a month. So it's not definitely not good. And also I'm a little bit down today. I guess it's a trigger warning for anybody for talking about animal death if that upset you. The other day, CJ was out walking Lola and found some kittens, and they were freshly newborn kittens. I think the mom got spooked during pregnancy because they were all like stuck on this amniotic sac that came out of the mom, and they were all tangled up in their own umbilical cords. And it took me about 25 minutes, but I managed to get all of them apart. And these are like newborn kittens. I'm not talking about like Virgil or Callie. I'm talking about like newborn kittens from a cat I don't even know. And I did manage to get them apart, and we put them in a box, hoping that mom would come back. The mother cat, she didn't. And unfortunately, the 6 kittens died. They're still in the box in the bush where I thought mom would come back to, but I'm going to have to bury them at some point or do something with them, because if I leave them in that box, they're going to get eaten by a wild animal or it's going to start stinking, and I can't leave them in there. So I've got to figure out something to do with them. I don't really know. I wish I had done something more, but I was really convinced that the mama cat would come back. Because like the little area that they were found in, there's a man that lives in the corner apartment that everybody around this area calls the cat man. He feeds all the cats and kittens that show up. And so I was really convinced that the mama cat would come back and take care of the kittens, because we've seen kittens everywhere. Like every time CJ takes Lola out for a walk, it seems like Lola's finding a kitten somewhere. And so I figured they would be okay, but you know, they didn't, they didn't make it. So I think I am going to, if for some reason randomly people start donating a lot to Dot's fund and we end up paying it off, I'm probably going to use some of the money to buy a live animal trap and see if I can use money to TNR the mama and mostly the mama cats in the area, because there are just a lot of kittens around here, and this isn't going to be the first time this is going to happen. Obviously, just taking care of the cats in the area is not enough when you don't like spay and neuter cats, because they breed and they don't stop. Like siblings will breed with each other, and I can't handle something happening again like these 6 kittens. Like when I walked up to it last night at night and realized that 2 of them were definitely dead, it hurt me. I felt terrible because I felt like I should have done something more, because I had seen them like completely alive and they were healthy. They looked injured. One of them didn't have a completely formed back leg, and one of them had like a really big gash. So I knew they weren't going to live, but the first one to die was actually one that looked totally fine. And I thought that was really weird, but I'm guessing that the mama cat didn't come back, and being newborns, they have to eat all the time. So they were alone for almost a whole day and a half. I didn't mean to start on a sad note, guys. I'm sorry. I had to get that out. Because it was pretty upsetting last night. And I'm just hoping that, wherever they are, they're in a happier place and they're able to bounce around and be kittens. That's what I hope. Other than the kitten stuff, I guess I'm okay. I'm kind of tired. I haven't been feeling super creative lately. I don't know. Like I really want to work. I keep saying it every live chat, but I am working on the video about all the Sandersides videos, like the order, like ranking and stuff. I'm trying to learn how to do like different editing, and I'm not super familiar with editing videos. Like I'm sure you guys can tell, I'm not that great at it. So the editing I'm trying to do is I'm trying to use clips of the sides in my video, but making sure I don't use too much to where I can't monetize it. I don't want to take money away from Thomas, but I need to talk about the sides in a way that shows clips of them or lines and stuff. And I can't use too much. I can't use too much of like actual audio or actual footage without me talking over it, or I can't monetize it. So yeah. So I'm just kind of learning how to edit the video, and that's really the problem. Yeah, I didn't get to watch Thomas's update video from last night, but I didn't see his Instagram and YouTube story updates about how they're hoping to get it out in November. So that's cool. I kind of expected November or December, especially because October was pretty busy for him because he did stuff with Hannah Hart up in Boston and then some other stuff. So, there is one weekend in November that I won't be able to do a live stream. CJ's mom actually managed to win a lottery for a play, and we get to go see Hamilton. So I'm pretty excited about that. So that's gonna be cool. We're gonna fly up to PA and go see Hamilton. So it'll be my first ever like Broadway play. So I mean, I know it's not on Broadway, but like it's a play that started on Broadway. I don't know the terminology for plays. I don't. Like, I'm interested in theater, but like growing up, I was very quiet and very shy. So I wasn't really into the theater and into performing. But like, I think I like musicals a lot. I really love musicals. I grew up on Disney, so obviously musicals are like really big. But yeah, so that's gonna be the weekend of the 16th. So I won't be here the 16th, but my goal is to try to get the video out pretty soon. The only problem is I'm wondering if I should wait and see if Thomas is going to release, if Thomas and team actually do get the new Sanders sides out in November, and then place it somewhere in the list and then post the video. So I don't know if that's like, I don't want to make you guys wait a whole other month, but I also don't want to post the video and then Thomas is like, oh look, another Sanders sides, and now the video's outdated because I didn't wait a week. So but yeah, I didn't know if that's something you guys were okay with. Yeah. So if you guys are okay with that, I think I might wait until this next Sanders sites gets posted. That way I can put it somewhere in the list, and then I will post the videos. They'll probably be 1 week from each other because that's just how the algorithm works on YouTube. It's better to post the same day every week. So the way I'm thinking it is, I'm thinking that I'm probably going to start posting my Love Live videos once a week, maybe twice a week, because I have a backlog of those that I can post. I know most of you aren't here for the Love Live content, but it can be monetized and it gives me some extra money. So I have no choice but to post it. So I'm going to be posting Love Live content probably Tuesdays and Thursdays. Those are probably going to be the 2 days that'll give me the most time to edit and get them done. And get them posted. And then I'll probably post Sanders sites content on Fridays. It depends on how many videos I make about Sanders side stuff, and that's one of the things that I have to that's one thing that I wanted to talk to you guys about, was the kind of videos that I want to make about the Sanders sides that I can actually monetize, that aren't reaction videos, because unfortunately I can't use the reaction videos for monetization because I don't own the content within it. So, and I don't do like the commentary style thing that some other YouTubers do, where they like watch something but commentate over it. They don't watch the entire thing. They like cut down like a movie that's like 2.5 hours long. The reaction's like 30 minutes because they just put in the best reactions. I can't do that. Like, I rather like have my full reaction to the entire thing rather than chop it up into pieces. Oh yeah, Dot. Yeah, she jumped up on the bed, didn't she? Dot, they see you. Cheesy, I appreciate that. Yeah, the Love Live videos, like, if you guys just watch those, like, put it on mute. I don't care. Any views help, likes help a lot too. I need to remember to start changing the category they get put in, because I keep accidentally putting them in the blog and people content instead of the gaming one, and that's screwing me up too. Oh, and yeah, Imaginative Snake, I have, the new posters, the Virgil set, that have Taking on Anxiety and Becoming a Cartoon and Accepting Anxieties Part 1 and 2. Yeah, I got those. I put it on my credit card. I put them on my credit card because I need the signed ones. I have to complete the wall, so I'm thinking about moving some of the posters and using this side of my wall over here so we can have all the posters, like, that way they just go all the way around, you know. But actually, real quick, let me grab I'm making a mess. Sorry. Yeah, the one wall's too small now, Mandy. It's definitely not big enough anymore. Okay. I'm going to use this notebook. Or it's in here. Okay, I don't need this anymore. Okay, I'm going to use this notebook after I tear out all these pages that have junk on them. I want you guys to help me talk about I wanted to discuss with you guys possible topics that I could do for my channel with Sandersides that isn't content that would be claimed that I can just talk about, that you guys are interested in, that you want my opinions on, I guess just anything that you guys think you might be interested in watching. So okay, so let's start off with shipping trash. You say ships. So specifically when you say that, are you wanting my personal opinion on all the ships, or do you want a specific one in general? Maybe like favorite scenes between them? What are we thinking there? Mandy says theory videos, which theory videos are hard just because of the fact that like I've pretty much talked about everything I believe. The only thing I could do would be to do like more like conspiracy theory videos. Okay, Shooting Trash says personal opinions. Okay, what works better on videos about the ships? Would you want like each video being specifically about one ship only, and like maybe the dynamic between those two ships and how I see them getting along, how I see it romantically and platonically, and vice versa, things like that? Would that be the best way to go about it, like individually? I'd probably start off with the more popular ships, because I can see the romantic aspects of all of them. And then theory videos are okay. Mandy suggested that for theory videos. Are there any specific theories that you guys want my opinions on? Like maybe like a theory you've thought of that you've seen in this show that you want me to talk about? Anything I've brought up maybe in past episodes, like past theory discussions that you think might be interesting to watch? And imagine if Snake like when the ships come out, like I'm going to be talking about it as both romantic and platonic, like a family thing. So, you know, it would be an overall topic of like the sides as a relationship. Like just for example, if we're talking about Virgil and Roman and we're talking about Prinxiety, like personally for me, I don't see too much in the romantic aspect of that ship, but I can see where people would. And, you know, because obviously it's like a villain and a hero, that dynamic. But I can also see my side of it, which is brotherly. And so that's why I think it would be neat to talk about how people interpret relationships differently. Okay, theories about the next dark side. See, I want to make sure, like the next dark side theory would be a good idea. The only problem is I'd want to see the episode in November 1st to make sure it doesn't have the other dark side in it, because I don't want to say waste my time, but that would be really frustrating. The only thing I could do on Deceit's name is also I'd have to see that episode in November 1st. I think I said February a second ago. When I see the episode in November, because I don't think it would be released there, but we might get more hints there. Roman's insecurities is fun. I've never done a video about, I could do a video about Roman's issues and like bring things to light in that way. Virgil's past could be interesting. We're probably going to get a lot of that in the new episode just because it's a non-dramatic sequel to SVS, and it's also right after he admits to Thomas that he was the dark side. So I don't really know how well that one would be. Comic style, we don't have a date for the new episode. It's just Thomas and friends are trying to get it out in November. So that's what we're all guesstimating at some time. Well, actually, when I say Virgil's a dark side, like right and now, like he used to be, I think in my honest opinion, I don't think he was ever actually going to be a I don't think he was ever actually a dark side. I think he's more neutral. Okay, Elliot, that's a good idea. Like a pros and cons of each side. I can already think of like a title for that, like, you know, um yeah, like I already got an idea for the title of that one, Elliot. Like, what do you like and dislike about each side? I call like Sanders side, you know, what's in a side. So like you can like break down all 6 of the sides and even character Thomas too. It might be interesting to discuss like pros and cons of all of them. Like what they're good at, but what they're also bad at. And the idea of like how often you see them make mistakes and yet they don't admit it, especially Logan. He's probably the worst at that. Yeah, Laura, I do want to do some more ranking episodes. I might not do them as in deeply as this episode one. But I could definitely do the ships and the characters. Those wouldn't take me very long to edit. And it'd be interesting to do. Oh, so Snake, you're guessing 17th. I hope it's not the 17th because that's a Sunday, and I will be flying back from PA, and I won't be able to watch it. So maybe not that day. I would love to do. I need to be able to record it. So you know, if it does come out while we're in PA, I am taking my recording setup in case I have to. Yeah, I can do a cosplay video if you guys are interested. I only have cosplays for Logan, Patton, and Virgil. I guess I could show you guys like how I made it. I can show you guys like what I did to make each one. Logan's and Romans. I can't talk. Logan and Patton obviously are pretty easy. But Virgil, I could actually show you guys like the stitching that I used. And things like that. That'd be pretty neat to do. Like, and make like a how to make this, how to make that kind of thing. I mean, if you guys are interested in my sides, I will definitely do something. Can make like a parody video. The only problem is I'm not very good at editing. I'm not very good at editing, so I don't know how well matched I would be if I talked to myself. I'm also not very good at doing voices either. So my characters might end up sounding the same. I'm not as talented as Thomas in terms of making all the sides sound different. I have thought about voices for my sides and how analytical they would be. Like, obviously, this voice that I speak normally would be for like the me that's in the story. And then my customer service voice would probably be like either my creativity or morality. And then it would just be interesting to try. And yeah, I don't know, Mandy. I don't know if Maxie would be okay with me doing a video about the anti-sides or not. I could try. I could ask her. And yeah, I appreciate it that you know how to edit. I have no way of paying you or anything like that, and I just feel uncomfortable asking people to do things for free. So I think I would just keep it to myself. And yeah, I guess I could do that too. I could do like fanfic videos where like read a fanfic that I like, or maybe even one of my own, and I kind of like talk about it, like give like a small summary and how I think you guys should check it out, like the shippings that are in it, the dynamic, maybe like a review kind of thing where like I read a fanfic and then I review it. Like kind of like a recommendation, I guess. because I have read a lot of fics. There are a lot of big ones in the fandom that I have not read. And like I think like the biggest one that I've read that a lot of people know is To Build a Home by A Valorous Choice. I think a lot of people know that fic. That's probably the one that I've known the most. And then I'm trying to think. I have read what is that fic called? It's by Tiny Size Trash Captain. Is it something? I can't remember the name. God, it's been so long since I read it. It's like Totally Illogical or something like that. That fic's really good too. I'd have to reread it, of course. But like there's a lot of fics that are like really big in the community, and I just haven't read them. And I think the problem is that like I'm a writer myself, so I'm really afraid of like accidentally stealing ideas. Like I forget that I read something that had that in it, and then I accidentally steal it. Which I definitely don't want to do. I don't want to accidentally steal a plot device or something like that from somebody's story. Okay. And May, you asked what the anti-sides are. So there's sometimes a user in the chat named Abelie. That's Maxie. She's one of my best friends. And for about 2 years or so, we have written a story. She draws all of it. I just help her write the story. But pretty much it's what if the sides had sides of themselves? And pretty much what it is that the sides hide something that they don't like about themselves, and because of that, because of Roman's imagination, they have actually become actual characters themselves. So each of the sides has their own anti-side of something that they dislike. Now the only problem is we ran into an issue when Remus was introduced, because the way that in canon, Thomas and Roman explain what Remus is, like a reflection, like things that, Roman doesn't like about himself got like turned into Remus. That's kind of how Roman's anti-side worked in our story. So it's a little bit frustrating to have to kind of handle with the canon as it goes, but it's okay because we figured out the difference is like Remus is those problems from Thomas, whereas our Roman's anti-side Mephisto is literally Roman's issues, not Thomas's issues. So we kind of made it work out, and obviously all the sides have antis, and they're really cute and adorable. And if you want to follow it, it's on Tumblr. It's at Ask Us Sandersides. There's a dash between the Ask Us and the Us and Sanders, but not in between Sandersides. It's really weird. I love the boys. We've been working on this story for almost 2 years. It's a very long comic. It will probably take you, depending on how fast of a reader you are, it would probably take you at least 3 to 4 hours to read through everything that's been drawn so far. So there's that. I can give you guys, let me type it in the thing here. So if you go to this URL, yeah. I can't spell today. So if you go to that blog, there's a link at the top that says read from the beginning or story. I don't remember what it says, but that will take you through the story tag, and it's in chronological order, so you can read it. It kind of started randomly because I only messaged Maxie because I really liked her art style. And we started talking, and she was introducing a character that she didn't know what to do with, but he was a wizard. And I was just like, oh, what if he's the manifestations of everything, about wrong with, like that Roman doesn't like about himself or something like that. Because this was around the time that we'd started getting the angst for Roman in terms of him being insecure and things like that. So, so that's where the idea came from. That's where it started. So yeah, feel free to read it. It's one of the things I'm most proud of in the world. Like the antis in terms of like being original characters are some of the best original characters I've ever come up with. I love that story. I would like to write it as a fanfic, not just as a comic, but I've tried to do that once before, but it's very difficult. I have to there's been about 8 arcs. So I'd have to write everything down to really get to write that as a whole fanfic. And shipping trash, I usually read either on Tumblr or AO3. Mostly Tumblr at the moment, but I'm trying to get more into AO3. I still have fics of my own that are not on AO3 like they should be, but I have a Tumblr notification. But so yeah, but yeah, that's so if you guys have any more suggestions that you want me to make a video out of, and it doesn't just have to be standard sides, like excuse me, I really have to I really want to open myself up to making other videos that aren't just standard sides. Snake, a good place to write fanfics. I write on Google Docs. I write using Google Docs on my phone because I can access it from my phone, but I can also access it from my computer, and I don't have to sit there and copy and paste my work. I can just open the window and it's still there on my computer, or I can take it with me on the go. Google Docs is not always guaranteed to save everything, so I would leave a hard copy somewhere all the time. But that's why I think it would be good. That's why I use, excuse me. That's why I use AO3 for keeping a rough draft up. Either that or Tumblr drafts. Oh, if you're just talking about posting them, well, on AO3, when you make an account, there's a new work button that you can click on your dashboard, and that's how you post it. I would say, depending on the ship that you have, if you're writing about a ship, the popular ships do a lot better on AO3. So anxiety, logicality, lamp, those do really well on AO3. Most other ships are better on most other ones are better on Tumblr, because there's the fandom, I would think, it's at its biggest on Tumblr or Instagram. So I'm for stories, obviously Tumblr would probably be a little bit better for the community as a whole. My hair is not listening to me today. I hate my hair. The reason why, Vanessa, is because 1, I can't pay anybody to dub it. 2, it's not really, Maxi doesn't draw that many shots per action, so we really wouldn't have too much to dub. And 3, I can't pay anybody to voice it, and they're all dudes, so it's not like we can do it. But yeah. So that's why we wouldn't. It would be neat, but no, I can't. Oh, hey, Anna Marie. Hello. It's okay. I'm just talking about if you guys have suggestions for future videos that you would like to see me make. Because I was telling everybody earlier, I can't make my channel solely based on the way I do reacts, because I don't make any money from that. And after Dot's vet bill and just my credit card debt and my car, I have to be able to make a decent amount of money off YouTube, and the only way I can do that is if I make original content. So if you guys are interested in anything specific type of videos you want me to see me make, you can just let me know. I'm keeping a list. Well, let's see. You can't see my handwriting because my handwriting sucks, but I'm making a list. It's backwards for me, but ooh, I ruined the light there. Whoops. I'm not really big on Q&A videos because I'm actually kind of pretty boring. I'm not an interesting person. I'm just not. I'm very quiet. I'm almost 30 years old, and I haven't really done anything with my life. I've lived in the same town my entire life. I rather just keep Q&As to live streams. If I will answer any question you guys have, I don't care. I've done so much stuff on the internet my entire life, and my life is pretty much all on the internet. I Other than like obviously personal things like my social security number, my phone number, my address, like things like that, I will tell you whatever. Like I don't really care. I wouldn't mind talking about my favorite anime, Mandy. The only problem is with that kind of topic is that a lot of the anime I like is older and it's not mainstream, so I don't know how well it would do. But like I wouldn't mind talking about my favorite anime because I can get pretty heated about some of them. Speaking of, I saw somebody, I meant to mention in a second, somebody said that they liked my shirt. My shirt is actually one of my favorite anime. It's actually my favorite anime of all time. It's you can't read it all, but it's Code Geass. Because that's Lelouch in the middle there. The shirt says, "If the king doesn't move, how can he expect his subordinates to follow?" And that's one of my favorite lines from the anime. And then Lelouch is also my favorite anime character of all time. So there's that too. And cat videos, you know, I have considered making cat videos. I want to make a video of Virgil and Callie's growing up montage. I have a lot of pictures and a lot of video of when they were really small. And I thought about making a video of just like their progression of us finding them and like raising them, feeding them, things like that. That would be something I could do. The chat is moving too fast for me to follow. Oh, thanks, Anna Marie. I'm glad I'm not boring and that I inspire you guys. I appreciate that. I try my best. Yeah, Mandy, it's called Code Geass. You spelled it right. The only thing about pet cosplay videos, Laura, and while I do like that, and I am going to write it down, my cat's Dot specifically does not really like to wear things. She's really picky. The best thing I could probably do with her would be to put Logan's tie on her and make her Logan because she acts just like Logan. Like she's the same kind of personality, very crisp to the point, don't mess with me. Emotions, what are those? Like that's literally how Dot reacts. So if anything, Callie and Virgil would probably be better to dress up because they're pretty, they really don't care what you do with them. I think they would be the ones I could actually get dressed up in actual cosplay if I did it. Yeah, cheesy. I guess I could do that. That's kind of under the same kind of thing of fanfic recommendations, finding different AUs to recommend. And I guess that would be where I could talk about the anti-sides AU first and then kind of bear off from there. And kind of go off and see like other people's AUs. Because there are a lot of AUs I like. It's like just to name some off the top of my head, like I love Just Issa is Fine. I love their Sanderside's Bros AU. So good. If you like familial type stuff between the sides, it's really good. The only inner ships in that in terms of the sides is Mosi, which is Patton and Deceit, but Deceit in that one is completely different. It's not the Deceit that we know. Issa's really taken the characters of the sides and made it their own universe, and it's so good. But the brothers, but the main sides are all brothers. Roman's the oldest, then Logan, then Patton, then Virgil, and it's just really good. Oh, Snake, you gotta go. Okay, bye, guy. Thank you, Snake, for all your suggestions and your chat. I really appreciate it. Taking over, you asked me to watch me do gaming stuff. You know, like I thought about like the only problem is I don't have any of the recording stuff you need to make gaming videos. So like the way that all the big YouTubers do it, like Markiplier, Jacksepticeye, 8-Bit Ryan, like I really don't have the I don't really have that kind of to be able to play. Also, my connection's unstable right now, so it keeps telling me that it's finicky, but I have the crappiest internet, so that's not surprising. Well, Mandy, Pokemon Go might not be that difficult because the same screen recorder I use for my Love Live videos, I could use for Pokemon Go. So I could do like Pokemon Go like event videos. Like whenever they have like community days and stuff like that. Well, Elliot, I mean, I don't mean like all the stuff they have, but I have to have something to be able to record my game, or like I can't really make gaming videos. Like unless you're talking about tabletop gaming, but I know nothing about that. I don't feel comfortable making videos about topics I know nothing about. Anne-Marie, someone did suggest me talking about how I made my cosplays. I've only made cosplays. I could talk about like what I did to find their work, like the how-tos of how I made Virgil's jacket, to kind of give just some advice to people on making their own jacket. And I'm not really good with edits. I'm not super. I guess here's the thing. I'm not very good at liking parody stuff. I take stuff pretty face value, and like when you make a parody of something that was initially serious, part of me just doesn't think it's funny. And I really wish it did. Like, not that incorrect quotes aren't funny, as Shipping Trash suggests, but like I'm just not that into making things comedic. I don't know if it's because I'm not funny myself, even though I think people would argue because I make jokes and people laugh at them. But no, Marie, and you don't have to feel bad. It's fine. It's fine. You don't know this about me, so it's okay. I'm personally not a funny person. Like I don't make good jokes. I'm not the jokester, I guess. It's just like I can't watch like for a long time I couldn't watch Dragon Ball Z abridged because I really liked the original Dragon Ball Z and I thought it was pretty serious. But then eventually I got into the abridged and it was fine. It's just not, it's not like, it's just something I can't handle. Like, I don't like making fun of things, I guess. And I really wish I had a way of recording games because my brother has, he has the VR headset for PlayStation. So that would be pretty cool to like do VR stuff and record my reactions because I can't say I dislike horror, but I'm not the biggest horror fan, but I do like watching people play horror games. I grew up playing Fatal Frame, the series, mostly 1, 2, and 3. I also grew up watching horror movies of like the late 90s, early 2000s. So like I don't mind horror stuff, but like the FNAF VR game looks terrifying. I'm just going to go ahead and throw that out there right now. The FNAF VR game, like I've watched people play it, and CJ even played it last night. We went over to my parents' house. My brother still lives at home, and they got to try it, and I'm just like, I'm good. Not to mention I have the crappiest eyesight in the world. Like I need new glasses, but they're like $80. So like I'm putting off doing that too because I'm just like, But oh, hi Sydney, how's it going? Sorry, Thomas posted on Twitter, so I was reading it. But he's done with the live stream. I tried to say Twitch and stream at the same time, and it came out as trash. I don't know how that happened. But he was on someone's Twitch stream, and they just finished. Shipping Trash says, kind of weird idea, but rant videos. Are you guys interested in videos just about things that have happened to me in my life? Like I don't have an animator that can animate my stuff, like those draw my life things. But I've gone through so much bullshit in my life in terms of like, I've only ever had 2 jobs in my life. I've only ever had 2. I've worked at Wendy's and I work where I currently work, and that's it. So like, I obviously would have to be pretty vague about where I currently work. when I talk about stuff, but like I would not be against doing rant videos on certain things. Um like it's not like, and it's not necessarily like rumors and shit like that either. Like I'm talking about legitimate shit that happened to me at these jobs. And just the way people are so like, they're all fucking rude. Like, excuse my language, I know, gotta be content friendly, gotta get that monetization, but I don't know if I could go on these rants without like saying cuss words. Give me 1 second, guys. Okay, sorry. So, but yeah, I mean, if you guys are interested in me like just ranting about like, you know, just my life and like suggestions I have, um and Nova, yeah, I am totally up for that. Like if you guys want videos where like I talk about like I could talk about my experiences on buying a car and what that entails and how it goes about checking this, about what it really means to have a credit card and exactly how you go about doing that, you know, what it's like to rent a place, what, you know, what are you responsible for, um, plans for saving money. Like I'm pretty terrible at it now, but if I had known what I know now when I was a kid, like under like 20 years old, it would have benefited me greatly. Um, and like I definitely, like one of the main things I would always probably quote would be like, I would definitely quote Marie Kondo, like her idea of the you know, does it spark joy? That's really helped me recently get some more money by selling some of my old anime stuff, because we create this codependency on materialistic things, and that really isn't necessary. Like I feel like, yeah, I am a collector, obviously I buy stuff that's obviously not necessarily things I have to have, but in my current state, you know, these spark joy for me, so that's why I have them. And obviously things that spark joy would change for you, but I think her idea with that whole aspect is really important and should be used, should be, you know, um this should be something everybody should do when going through their stuff, because it helps you separate the needs from the wants. um but yeah, so like I mean, if you guys are interested in advice videos, I could also do videos on sexuality and gender, because I have a pretty unique experience when it comes to those. Not like that great of an experience, but I mean, it's also not. I'm definitely more catered to talking about the sexuality part of it. The gender aspect, I might ask CJ for help. And CJ is non-binary, and that's definitely more up their alley. I consider myself a demigirl, which, if you don't know what demigirl means, pretty much means that like I don't really consider myself 100% girl, but I do kind of go along with more feminine qualities than I do masculine qualities. But like I said, like I don't really mind saying like she, her, they, them, like whatever you want to call me is fine. And obviously with my appearance, I'm going to get called a girl. So, you know, it's just kind of like, you know, sorry. No, I can't spell on my phone. But that's kind of where I lie on the gender spectrum. But I definitely would like to get an outside perspective, and maybe I could, you know, do like a questionnaire, like before it happens, like, you know, what was the age you found out that you were gay? What was the age you found out that, you know, your gender doesn't fit quite right? That you were assigned at birth, you know, things like that, just to kind of, you know, open up, because I want my channel to be about me. That's why I renamed it with my chosen name. I want to, like, while as much as I love the Sandersides, as much as I love it, I have to make my own original content when it comes to YouTube. I can't just completely base my channel on someone else's work. It's not how it's going to work. And I know there are channels that do that just completely base everything that they do off something else, and then they find success in that. But I rather make something unique, and I feel like I do have knowledge that could be useful. Maybe not completely useful, but it could be somewhat useful. But yeah, so maybe that's something else that I can do. I'm just trying to think. My phone is not charging very well. Yeah, it's slow charging. What a piece of junk. I don't know why he's slow charging. He never does that. There we go. Anyway, but yeah, back on the Sanderside stuff. I know some of you were probably at the live stream where I talked about my merch. Would you guys be interested in me actually making a merch video? I did do one before. But I recorded it and I wasn't really happy with it because I messed up my words a lot, and I kind of just in general fucked up. Goodness, Sydney, I wish I had known. I just said a cuss word. I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry. But you know, I would love to do more videos that are more concise, that are just, you know, I don't know, like bite size, like not things that are like really long, you know, like maybe 8 to 10 minutes, something that doesn't take me too long to make. I know, but 8 months is impressionable, guys. Don't knack it. 8 months can be impressionable and scary. So I'm an adult, but I'm really scared of babies. And I don't mean scared as in, I mean scared as in like, oh God, I'm going to break it. So I don't want to mess anything up. But yeah, if you guys are interested in the merch video, I can still make it. And yes, before you guys say anything, I know the merch is a lot of money. I know that I have over $700 worth of just the sweaters. I get it. Please don't patronize me when it comes to like, oh, here she's just showing off her merch and showing how much money she has. That's not the point of the video. Point of the video is to share my love of the series. So I know that all of it costs a lot of money, but I'm also a 29-year-old adult. I make my own money. I pay my own bills. I'm allowed to buy what I want. And if you're going to admonish me because I'm asking for money now and I'm just showing off my merch that I've bought in the past before anything happened to anything, you know, I don't need that kind of negativity, okay? Like, I'm allowed to enjoy my life as well as pay my bills. And if all I did with my money was pay my bills, then why even live, you know? And I didn't mean to get so real there, but like, it's just frustrating because after I did that live stream with the merch, someone had to go on Tumblr, and the only thing they took out of that entire live stream was the fact that I had $700 worth of sweaters, and that like, oh wow, and she thinks she's the shit or whatever. And that right there bothered me really bad. Like, I don't show my merch to flaunt it to you guys. I show it because I want to share with you guys my love for this series. And I have quite a bit of the stuff. I do. I have almost every shirt. I have all the sweaters. I have cosplay. I have all the posters. I have the 4 new ones on pre-order. So, you know, it's just like, you know, anybody that likes something, obviously they're going to collect stuff. And yeah, it costs a lot. And I hate that it does cost a lot. I wish I could give you guys some of the stuff I have, but, you know, I wish I could, you know, if I was a rich person, if I won the lottery, I'd probably end up being poor again because I would spend my money on other people, you know. But yeah, so, okay, Mandy, I'll see you later. Thanks for your advice on, but no, that got real. Sorry. Yeah, so yeah, I don't know what else to say. But it's getting to be 1 o'clock. I'm actually thinking I might end it here. I appreciate you guys giving me all kinds of suggestions on the videos that you want to see me do. Like I said, I want this channel to be a community where, like, you know, you guys tell me what you want me to make and I'll make it. But I also want to, I want this to be a channel about me and about things that I enjoy and not just specifically one thing, because I can't use this a way to make additional funds for things if I only base it on other people's content. I also thought, would you guys be interested in a video where I talk about where I don't really know how to phrase this. I want to document weight loss because I'm not I hate saying that I'm not fat because I am fat, but like I am 5'7", 5'8", somewhere in there. I don't know. I weigh about 230 pounds, give or take on whether or not I just ate lunch. And I kind of want a documentation of what I'm doing to fix it, like exercising and stuff. And my brother, he recently got a Planet Fitness membership and he can bring a guest. So he asked me if I wanted to go sometimes after work. So I thought I would make it fun and like do videos where it shows me going there and like we're working out and exercising and like just updates to just keep me. It's kind of like you guys keeping me in check almost. Where like, you know, you make sure that I'm drinking water, that I'm eating the right things, not eating too much of the things I really like or not enough of the things I'm supposed to eat. I guess that it's just more along the lines of like you guys would help keep me straight so I can actually look the way I want to look. Because right now I'm not happy with how I look. Because like the most thing I want to get rid of is this right here. Like I know it's not that big on like as it is on some people, like, but like if I could just see how like my chin kind of goes away right there, like the double chin. This is like what I want. But like right now, like it's so saggy and it looks like I have like 7 chins and I'm just like, that's the one thing I want to get rid of. I hate it. I absolutely hate it. It just makes me look lazy. And the thing is like I do walk around a lot at work, but I need to do like more additional, like consistent walking. Cause like, yeah, I may take 15 to 20,000 steps in a day, but if it's not consistent the entire time, then I'm not going to lose anything. And accountable. That's the word I was looking for. You guys help keep me accountable. But like my brother wants to start going to the thing. So I thought maybe if I make it fun and record, maybe that would be something you guys would be interested in. Yeah. And Jester, that's another thing. Like I want to help you guys too. Like, especially if you guys are, you know, needing to do the same thing I am in terms of like, you know, maybe making yourself a little healthier, try new foods, things like that. Now, I will say that I'm not a dietitian and I don't plan on changing what I eat. Because right now, even with the amount of exercise I do at work and the food that I eat normally, which I will admit to you 9 times out of 10, what I eat is fast food or like not at home, like maybe not fast food, but like out at a restaurant. I don't gain weight. I always hover in between 225 and 230 in terms of like my weight. I don't know what that is in kilograms, so I apologize for all of you. Wait a minute. Can I translate that? Can I do that? Can I change that into something else? Hang on. I've recently learned that apparently yeah, converter. There we go. Mass. So basically 102 kilograms to 104 kilograms is where I normally am. That's the kilograms. And so the poundage is 225 to 230. I don't really ever change there. I fluctuate in between those two depending on, you know, if I skipped a day like eating, which is not on purpose, by the way. So there are days where I don't eat and I forget that I don't eat. Like, I don't even know. But I wouldn't stop eating or anything like that. It's just more along the lines of like, I just need to start doing more movement. And last winter, or maybe it was the winter before last, I gained like 15 pounds and it was not healthy at all. So I kind of want to keep myself accountable this winter and kind of make sure that I want to finally lose this weight. Like, the new year's coming up. Next year's 2020 is going to be a really big year for me. It's going to be the year that I'm going to be moving like 13 hours away from where I live. I plan on cutting all of this off and having a completely different hairstyle. I almost just want to buzz my head, like, just to get brand new hair, because this hair is just terrible. I want to create a new me, because I'm going to be 30 years old next year. And like, I feel like 30 is, it's finally beginning to hit me that like, I need to do things with my life that I've always wanted to do and that I put off for so long. Like, if there's anything I can tell you guys, like, I don't know how old you guys are, but if you guys are anywhere near my age or younger, if there's something you want to do, just do it. Like, I know things cost money, but like, if it's something that you know would make you happy, or you know would make you like devote yourself to it, like, just start doing it. Like, I never thought making these videos, the love videos, would get me the familiarity that it did. And then like, I started meeting like other fellow Love Live YouTubers, and it was really cool to be with them, because like, I watched their videos for years, and now I'm sitting here at a convention talking to them. Like, it was very unique to be like, you know, these people are just, you know, they're people like me too. So like, you know, and I make these standardized videos, and I made them for myself. The reaction videos were not for anybody but for me. And when I posted them, I never expected anybody to watch the video. Like, I remember when Moving On Part 2, that react video that I made, when that one, like, how many views does it even have now? Like, I remember whenever I posted that video, I was really surprised at how many people were watching it. How many people did watch it. Like, let's look at this. Like, that video has over 14,000 views. At the time that I posted that, I probably had 2,500 subscribers. None of them were Sanders Size related. None of them. Because that was the first video I ever made. I had nowhere else to post a video. I thought about making another channel, but I was afraid that I wouldn't get the hits. So I was like, I'm just going to post this on my Love Life channel, and hopefully it works out. And it did. Okay, Nova, bye-bye. I'll see you next time. Thank you for your ideas and your support. I appreciate it. But like, you look at some of my other videos right now, like the duo review I did of Logic versus Passion, you know, why do we get out of bed in the morning, and Crowders the Musical has 25,000 views. The Sanders Side's Christmas video has 26,000 views. The Can Lying Be Good video has 50,000 views. Like, I'm a small YouTuber. I obviously have to create my own content, but like, these view numbers are outrageous for the amount of people that I have subscribed to me. So obviously I found my niche in react videos, and that's why I kept posting them. And why I was so determined to get them out the second that I can, after a video comes out, because I'm so afraid I'm going to miss that train. Why is this hair so short? That's weird. It's shorter than like every other hair. That's weird. Anyway, but like learning new things about ourselves, embarrassing phases, both those have 15,000 views. SVS has almost 20,000, and then Intrusive Thoughts has 32,000, which is ridiculous. And even like my actual, like, my own content that I can actually monetize, my theory discussion videos, they, like, the SVS one has 8.7 thousand views, and the Intrusive Thoughts one has 6.4 thousand views. Like, I can't believe that many people would sit there and watch me talk about this stuff for an hour. Like, I remember when I was planning the discussion video, and I'm like, dude, I went up to CJ and I was like, this video is an hour and 15 minutes long. Who's going to sit there and watch me talk about this for an hour and 15 minutes? Like, I had no edits. I had no nothing. It was literally just me and the screen, and that's it. And I'm like, I'm the most boring person in the world. Who would watch this? But apparently people do. And it blows my mind that I'm able to create this kind of content that you guys actually enjoy like that. But that's just like, it blows me away that you guys are interested in those kinds of videos and you're willing to watch it. So that's why I want to do more Sanders Sides content that doesn't necessarily have the actual sides in it. Like, it's not a react video. And that's why I'm really glad you guys gave me suggestions. I'm willing to make these videos if you guys are willing to watch them. Because I have, thoughts about the series and the way, and I also want to put my voice out there on certain, even maybe discourse topics. Like, I know there's a really big discourse right now in the fandom about the ship between Roman and Remus. And as an adult, as a 30-year-old adult, if you don't have something else to yell at people about other than a fictional ship of fictional characters that aren't even technically related because they don't even share a mother, you have a problem. And I want to make a video about that because I feel like there's a big significant issue in the fandom when it comes to the way people do fantasy and fiction versus what they do in real life. And the two do not coincide. They just don't. And you can't sit there and say that they're not allowed to ship that ship because it's incest and then turn around and go see it in theaters and It Too in theaters and say that there's not something mentally wrong with Stephen King because he created this monster. Like, that's the thing that bothers me is the double standard that this society has. And I feel like I do want to touch topics on some things so you guys know where I stand in the fandom, because I don't want to be one of those creators that just ignores things like that. Obviously, our fandom has gone through some issues when Deceit showed up, when Remus showed up, with the Rimrom discourse. And I just feel like as an adult, someone needs to sit down and be like, these are not real issues. Like, I understand if you don't support it in real life, but guess what? These people don't either. And to be honest with you, as long as it's between two consenting adults, why does it matter? It shouldn't. It shouldn't. It doesn't affect you. It doesn't affect you at all. There's like absolutely, that's like, it's the same kind of concept. Like, and people are going to twist my words, and I'm not talking about obviously non-consensual incest. That's not what I'm talking about. Like, I'm not someone that sits there and says that two consenting adults can't do something that only involves the two of them. That's literally the same thing as homophobic people saying that these two men or these two women or these two non-binaries can't do something because I don't like it when it doesn't even affect them. So that's something, that's a big video I kind of want to make right now because of how big Rimrom is in the fandom right now. And I feel like it's really important to separate fantasy from reality, which most of the shippers have. And I feel really bad for them because they can't even enjoy what they like because 90% of the content on their blogs is discourse. It's literally just people going, ew, gross, grow up. Why do you ship this? They're technically brothers, blah, blah, blah. You know what? We all are self-shipping a man with either his own self or the two selves with each other. None of us have any room to talk. And to be honest, it doesn't even matter because Moxiety is even worse. How many times has Patton called Virgil kiddo or his son, and then Virgil turns around and calls him dad? Like, how many times has that happened? And yet people ship Moxiety with no problem. You can't have, it's not fair to have a four-way street and then tell one street that they can't cross. Like, it's just not fair. And see, I get heated about it. Like, I can't, and it's your responsibility to keep away from the things that you dislike. Yeah, see, May, you're right. That's literally it. Like, I absolutely cannot stand it when I have to sit there and watch people on Tumblr, like, go to people's blogs and be like, oh, I don't like that you post about this. Then leave their blog. You cater your own experience on the internet. people should not have to baby you. Like, I'm sorry, you don't get to sit there and be like, I don't like Duke's Seat, for example, Deceit and Remus. Like, I hate it when people are like, oh, that ship, like, there's no confirmed anything about that. We don't even know if they interacted with each other. Like, you guys are dumb for making that. And I'm just like, it's called fandom. Like, that's literally what it is. It's literally people taking characters in an imagination and putting them together and seeing what they get. We know how the characters are individually, so why not try to mash them up and see what happens? Not everything you're going to like, and it's not my responsibility. Like, yes, I will obviously tag triggers if I talk about something triggering that is affecting, but I'm not going to sit there and tag every little individual thing because I'm a human. I make mistakes. I can't tag every single issue when it comes up. Like, if you don't like this character, like a specific character, like for our fandom, let's say it's Deceit and Remus, and you don't like those characters, I'm going to tag the characters because I tag every single character. Don't come up to me and ask me to tag this specific tag, a specific tag, and this specific tag, and this specific tag, and this specific tag, and this specific tag every single time that character shows up, because I'm not going to do it. I can't do it. I would forget every time. And it's not me being malicious. It's you can't handle this character, which means it is your responsibility to fix your online presence to where you don't see that thing. There are tags that can be filtered. Everything can be filtered. Like, there's no reason to not tag it and move on. But when you go up to somebody in their own blog that they have created as a special safe haven for this specific topic, and you bother them about it, and you're like, oh, well, I don't like this thing you post about, it triggers me. Why did you go to them? You are being very childish and very immature. And it just, it bothers me. Okay, I'm done. I don't have a mic, so pin drop, because I'm done. But I will maybe make a video about that, because that actually makes me incredibly heated, and it's something I've wanted to talk about for a while. And I know I'm going to make people mad at me. I know I am, because there are going to be people who disagree with me. And you know what? That's fine. Everybody is entitled to their own opinion. But I hope you guys have a fantastic weekend. I'm going to take some of these ideas. I'm going to get some scripts written, some things recorded, and hopefully I will have a video for you guys pretty soon. I need to clean out some of my thoughts, Nana, or I would do that. But look forward to more content on my channel very soon. I am going to be, just so you guys know, I said this earlier in the video, but not everybody was here that's here now. So Tuesdays and Thursdays are going to be my Love Live content videos, which I know a lot of you do not know what Love Live is. It's that random rhythm game that I post content of sometimes. Usually the acronym is LLSIF. If you guys would be so awesome as to watch those videos, I make money on those videos. All you have to do is watch it. You can mute it. I don't care. You don't have to actually watch it. Turn it on and go away from it. I don't care. But as many views and as likes as I could get on those videos, I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you guys would like to donate to me because you like my content, because you like my work, and you want to see more stuff, you can hit me up. I'm going to put all my links down in the description below. Right now, we are paying off Dot's echocardiogram. She's a healthy kitty, so no problems there, thank God. So yeah, I will see you guys next weekend for the next live stream. Hopefully, maybe I'll have a couple more videos in the works there. And also, because I've gotten so many ideas, if you guys would like to see behind-the-scenes content, you can also donate to my Patreon. If you donate $1 every month, that allows you to vote on what video comes out next. If you do $5 a month, that allows you to actually see scripts and more ideas about videos that are coming up, actual titles, actual plots, whatever. But yeah, I will put all those links down in the description below. I love you guys so much. Thank you all for your support. And I will see you guys later. Take it easy, guys, gals, and non-binary pals. Bye. I'm going to go find me something to eat because I'm hungry. Bye.